the stream this time, so that'll be nice. Alright, but anyways, so finding ourselves in a game 2, I guess, of CEVO Week 3. I think the first game was the official, this one sort of just a fun scrim after the fact. So I guess this is game 2 of CEVO Week 3 between Farming All Day Every Day, also known as Faded, going up against Council Gaming. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota, and with me tonight is still Orbit from Gotham City.
Yep, once again the draft going relatively quickly, and a Gyro ban first ban, even though their second pick, which is interesting, leaving the Wisp up, and that's picked up pretty much right away.
Yeah, leaving the Wisp up versus Council Gaming, who at this time, you know, a lot of these teams know each other. Everyone knows Council Gaming loves their Wisp, especially with me casting and ruining everyone's strategies. So Council Gaming with their Wisp. They take out the Batrider and the Nyx. So still pretty stable first round bans, I guess. Batrider, definitely. Nyx, a little less so. I mean, Council Gaming played against them last game and did just fine, but...
Well, this game's going to be fun. Treant Protector being picked up second by Faded. So we'll see how this goes. It does give them a lot more lane stability. It lets the Darkseer pretty much be able to do a 1v3 lane if he so chooses, especially considering that one of them is the Wisp, so he doesn't really have to worry as much about that hero. As there isn't really that much burst potential. Sven being picked up now. That's a really interesting and early Sven pick.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It kind of just like, you know, Sven Wisp, that's the combo right there. Unless Council Gaming, you know, maybe they don't want CK banned or Tiny or something like that, and it could potentially just run a Sven support. I mean, it's how Sven was played a long while ago until like the 6.75 where he became Super Imba, and then Nyx took over, and it's just been Nyx ever since. And as I say that, Nyx banned out and Shadow Demon banned out here by Council Gaming. And with the Treant, the Living Armor could potentially be a playmaker here. Anyone that gets ganked up by the Wisp, whoever combo, that Living Armor might just be enough for them to survive.
I think the best option for Faded right now that they do have the Treant Protector, would be running OD in the mid lane. OD just one of those heroes that doesn't really lose any 1v1 matchup. It's too strong, especially considering you have Living Armor now on your team. It's tough to deal with.
Yeah, and it gives a big carry potential to the mid lane, as well as OD, I think, is quite good against, you know, the potential Wisp ganks. He can put himself under to buy, you know, any time for TP support, or any support that's nearby on his own team, or also, you know, put Wisp under or put Sven under, and maybe even have a chance to get away, especially with the Living Armor.
Yeah. We'll see what they do end up picking here. It is a little early for a mid pick. Generally, if you want to pick your mid, you'll pick it fourth. But, I mean, we saw them pick their mid third last game, so see what happens.
Yeah, and with the...
I like that Puck was banned here.
Yeah, the Brink had a pretty good Puck game last too, so maybe just a little nervous about that. But also, pretty much always a good ban, just provides a lot of teamfight control. And there's that Kunkka picked up, so that could potentially go mid. I don't know. How do you feel about Kunkka in like defensive/aggressive tri-lane situations?
It's interesting. I don't necessarily like it as much in an aggressive tri-lane, just because you can't really control the lane that well because of what Tidebringer brings to the lane, which is just a large splash kind of damage attack, but they can always just wait for the lane to push into tower and safely farm there. As a defensive lane, same thing. I like it running it mid. It does really well against potential stronger than you mid heroes like Queen of Pain, like Obsidian Destroyer, just because it's not as reliant on against OD on his Torrent, and against others like I guess Puck is banned, but Puck and Quap, they're just squishy heroes that Kunkka can just cleave down eventually. Interesting here that they've picked 3 melee heroes as kind of their first 3 picks. It does leave a lot open. Even though Visage was picked, I was going to say they could potentially run a jungle like Enigma or something, and that would do pretty well against melee heroes, or just other heroes that do well. I mean, I keep saying OD, but OD is just a good hero.
He really is. And yeah, they also pick up Kunkka with the Shadow Demon being banned out, so that kind of takes away the potential of a Kunkka Shadow Demon mid lane. But as I say that, I don't really think Council Gaming will be taking Wisp mid, as Sven Wisp I don't think is nearly as good as CK Wisp in the mid lane, because you don't have the Reality Rift for the pickoff.
Yep.
And it looks like Jakiro picked up, kind of thinking it's going to be a defensive tri-lane with that Jakiro. Maybe with the Kunkka, maybe they picked their mid up last year. It could even jungle Darkseer, offlane Tree for levels.
Yeah, for sure. Something that they might... I mean, a lot of teams don't like doing it. We do it sometimes, is running aggro tries with Wisp lineups. It really depends on the lineup that you have, though. In this case, with a Visage, it has some potential, but if they run Sven with it, it's not that much damage in their try, so... They're probably looking to safe lane with the Visage, which is interesting. Normally, if you pick up Visage, you want to aggro try with it, because you generally have the better level 1.
Yeah, and I'm curious, when you guys run Wisp in the aggro try, do you get Tether and Overcharge, or do you still get some points into the Spirits?
We do get a lot of points. I think we max Spirits no matter what, wherever we put Wisp. But we do experiment a lot with running Overcharge relatively early, but that's more our support secrets, I guess. Yeah, it's really nice in an aggro try. I mean, you can just Tether and Overcharge, and whoever's being focused does takes a lot less damage.
Alright, in Council Gaming,
that
pick up a
pretty
Nature's
much
Prophet.
Yeah. Interesting.
Possibly greedy, but we can sort of... It's obvious to see the global presence, you know? Nature's Prophet's ult if he doesn't even want to show up, or when he's stronger a little later on, can also TP on top of the Wisp ganks, turn anything into pretty much a 4 on however many people from Faded initiate on one hero on Council.
Yep. I want to see a really hard carry right now for Faded. They know that with that Prophet pick, they can be greedier. I was going to say Faceless Void, actually, so it was kind of funny that they were banning it here.
Naga Siren.
That's just pure combo. I mean, nothing else to say there.
Yeah, the sleep into the boat, as well as Naga should have a fast 6, so you've got the, you can just sleep the gank that comes with Wisp. And then we have a Pudge pickup here. Brink gonna be taking Pudge into the mid lane.
It's not as bad as you'd think, just because it does so well against Tree and Protector Living Armor. You just rot and it's pretty much gone. But I'm not really sure who wins between Kunkka and Pudge in the mid lane if they choose to run it like that. They could run Naga in the mid lane, in which case it could still be pretty tough for her.
Yeah, I feel like they could actually run a lot of people in the mid lane, even Tree for that matter against Pudge. With the Leech Seed Living Armor, I mean, there's a lot of heal if he gets hooked, but he's also not very fast.
You really should
so.
prepare for battle.
Yep.
And Tree not really needing any items, just pretty much need levels.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get these team introductions underway again. So on the Dire, we've got Farming All Day Every Day Theory, once again taking the carry, or the harder of the carries here. He's going into the safe lane with his Naga Siren. Looks like he's going to be backed up by King Kraken on the Treant, and Glent here on the Jakiro, who is actually a substitute tonight for Faded, subbing in for Corey. And let's see what else. Who do we got? A skipped Kunkka. Saibi handling Kunkka in the mid lane, getting pulled some regen. Maybe expecting to go up. To go up against 2. And then last but not least, Dimitri on the Darkseer heading into that offlane position where you will find almost all of Council Gaming. Actually, all of Council Gaming.
To battle.
Yeah. I think it's... I don't know, that was an interesting 5-man bottom. I don't really think they could aggro try with that Treant pickup. So, interesting 5-man going down there. I guess it's just to be safe, as well as to get that ward up early to make sure that the Darkseer doesn't really get any wards up. He doesn't really have wards up, but... I like that they pooled the Kunkka mid, is the other thing. Although they didn't really pull him a salve, which is interesting. There might be some action here, Dimitri. Nope. But over on CG, we have Combine playing the Visage, as well as Darken on the Sven, the carry there. He actually has 2 gauntlets. I wonder what he's going to do with that, if he's going to go for an urn or something. Which would be interesting, considering they have a Wisp on their team who does really well with it. Wisp, of course, being played by Sacred. And finally rounding up the other 2 heroes, we have, is that SK3Y? Yeah.
I've just been calling him
Sky, sorry. SK question mark Y, yeah. Sorry, I thought that looked like a question, 3. But it is Sky on the Nature's Prophet. Standard jungle build, as well as Brink playing the Pudge. He did really well in the mid lane last game, the Puck versus Quap lane. But we'll see how he does here. The fact that the Prophet is starting jungle allows the supports to be a lot more aggressive towards the mid lane for Faded. So it could be pretty difficult for Pudge. Depends how aggressive he wants to play, and it depends if the supports actually do end up rotating or not. It's a lot harder to gank with the... Well, you can't really gank with the Treant, it'd just be really the Jakiro. But it's hard to gank with the Wisp as well. Although the Visage does really well in ganks.
And
So it'll be
Glint,
interesting to see if they move at all.
Yeah, it looks like I thought he was going to. Glint had picked up an Invisor and actually just used it to go ward this camp down there and that other tree placement on the top side of the camp. But other than that, not doing much. I was checking the inventories. There's no smokes up on either King Kraken or Glint. So if they're going to be mobile, they're going to have to be mobile without it. And it looks like Dimitri. So both off lanes abandoned here. Dimitri may head down once Ion Shell gets a couple more levels to potentially disrupt Sven's farm, but with the tether regen from a Wisp, Darken should be pretty okay versus the Ion Shell damage, I would think.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. A lot more rotations now from the Jakiro. He's kind of just running around in circles. Interesting. Staying level 1. We'll see when, as you said, Dimitri decides to rotate here. That's the big question, I think.
Yeah, he's got the living
See if
armor,
they can
which
put
actually
pressure.
makes jungling a lot easier for him early on. Could do some of the bigger camps earlier, even with the level 1 Ion Shell. And is he stacking the big camp over there? No, he's not, but it looks like he's slowly eating away at its health. And check out some...
he's gonna hit level 3 and really soon.
Yeah, that gives him level 2 Ion Shell. Can probably head to the bot lane. Check out some CS in the mid lane. We've got Saibi, which I'm not even sure. The CS matters more for Kunkka for sure in this lane. So Saibi at 11, Pudge at 8, so he's doing well. Pudge obviously snowballs off of getting kills and building up his Flesh Heap stacks later on in the game and just buying a lot of space for his carries to farm by striking Fear and Faded, being scared of hooks, thinking Pudge is there when Pudge is not, and just buying a whole lot of space.
Yep. This is a really cool rotation. They actually rotated Jakiro to the bottom lane to deal with the counter pushing, and then they're just leaving Darkseer in the jungle. It's a lot more guaranteed farm for Darkseer, because if he was to rotate and the supports from CG stay bottom, he's going to get nothing in lane. He'd just have rotated to defend for one wave, and then that's it. But leaving the Jakiro there gives Jakiro a lot more than he normally gets as a support, as well as keeps Darkseer continually farming in the jungle. So this is actually a really good answer by Faded. We'll see if they decide to put pressure up on the top lane to see if they force any rotations from the Nature's Prophet or a different support.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm surprised they didn't do that earlier. I mean, with the Ice Path, Kiro probably going to be pretty hard to kill even with these great supports. Although I say that, and now he's probably just going to die. Tetherstun going to land as well. I don't know if Combine will have enough. The Soul Assumption is going to be enough, so Combine actually picks up the first blood there. So it looks like Jakiro still very killable. I mean, maybe... I mean, he was out further than he needed to be. The wave is pushing to his tower. All he's down there to do is really just get some XP. Doesn't really need to farm, so maybe just a little out of position there was Glint, but like you said, you're going to spread the levels and you're going to spread the wealth. Dimitri is going to be able to get that, you know, fairly quick mech in the jungle on that Darkseer, and then just level 6 to have a Macro Pyre sort of combo on the Jakiro, and then Tree doing the pulls, getting single XP from that, and then Theory getting solo XP in lane. Almost level 6 already.
Top tower is under attack.
Yep. This mid lane's going really well for CYBY here. Just a lot of harassment with his 3 levels in Tidebringer. It's not working that well for the Pudge pick so far, but we'll see if his ganks come the mid game will do well for him. Are they going again bottom?
Yeah, looks like Jakiro could be in trouble. The Tether Stun again is there. Ice Path goes out. Gonna buy some time. The Living Armor maybe. No, not gonna be enough. Sven actually running through there, and looks like they're going the overcharged Tether build here with this this Wisp combo onto the Sven. And you also made the same mistake I did. I called Saibi CYBY for like 2 months, and then they finally told me it was Saibi. And if he's doing bad, Dimitri has instructed me to call him Cryby.
Okay. Deal.
I don't though, because that's distasteful.
Urn is now picked up by Pudge. Did Sven end up going Urn as well? It doesn't look like it. It seems like it's just the, you know, standard casual double gauntlets build.
Yeah,
haven't really seen much of that.
Dota 1 pub style, just picking double gauntlets on everybody. I don't know. It gives him some lasted potential, a little tankier, can dive towers, I guess, but looks like he's just picked up the treads. Probably, I don't know, he's farming pretty well. Can maybe go mask into a BKB, or just straight BKB. Or maybe even drums as well. Pretty much a lot of options for Sven.
Yeah.
With God Strength, you can pretty much build anything.
It's true.
Looks like we have a pause as Glint lags out and immediately reconnects.
Hitting up close to 6 minutes. This is a really key time for heroes in the mid lane, really, just because not only do they have their ultimates, but it's prime time for warding from the supports. So if you're going to catch someone in the river, like, now is the time, basically. The only thing is it doesn't seem like any rotations are going to occur from the bottom lane, nor from the Treant Protector. Where is he? He's just stacking right now.
Well,
So,
it makes it
I
a
mean-
little hard for Brink, as both teams have abandoned the off lane. So there's 4 people in the top jungle, and there's 4 people in the bottom jungle. So how can Brink
Yeah.
really go hook anyone? He's gonna get 4 people, unless there's maybe even a double rotation of
Yep,
sorts.
that really favors Faded, for sure. I mean, having the Kunkka versus Pudge, a lot more of a semi-carry Kunkka at least. Some people can argue Pudge does well later in the game, but at the same time you need to have a really nice early game and need to start with the pickoffs early as well. Level 7 now, 4 levels in Tidebringer, and you can see him chunking away at the health of Pudge.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to sustain in that lane. He does have an earn up, but like if you're not getting any kills, doesn't really do a whole lot of good. And did you see the game? I didn't see it, but apparently Loda played carry Pudge in like a legitimate professional Dota game.
Sorry,
I didn't actually see that.
I've only heard about it.
That's
I haven't
interesting.
seen it. I imagine it's true because it's Loda and sounds like something he would do. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he's an
suppose
interesting player.
a fast force staff, just for some positioning. I don't know what build he did or even earn. Really no sense in going damage items since your ult is channeling and you can't attack in it.
Radiant's
So probably
middle
just
tower
quick Ags force staff. I could see that being pretty strong.
I have no reason to
against the right
lie
lineup.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Something we didn't even talk about or consider really before was the Wisp combination with Pudge. It does pretty well there too. I mean, giant tanky, fast-moving Pudge. Oh, they're going on mid actually.
Yeah, the boat
defensive
goes
boat
out.
now.
Defensive boat just
Speed.
gonna spread Coco's roam on everyone there. If they even call
A
it
little
that
unnecessary.
anymore. Hook goes out, misses Treant by just a little bit, almost caught him there. But yeah, nothing gonna happen yet. Looks like 2 kills have gone out. That's just gonna be Jakiro dying twice. I was gonna say, I don't remember 2 kills, but yeah, Jakiro has gone down twice in the bot lane. 0-2 right now. He's level 5, so, I mean, even with 2
Whoa.
deaths, he's way higher level than you normally would be. Brink, though, looks like he might get the first kill here. In the mid lane combination. Or mid lane as combined. Oh, the hook is gonna miss uphill. Saibi pretty fast. He's already got the phase boots. And speaking of speed, Jump of Endurance already picked up on Darken. He's running in here. He's popped the charge. He gets a stun out on Saibi. He's gonna pick up the kill actually as well. As the Ursa Bear is a little angry and smashes everyone for disturbing him.
Yeah, that was a little close. A little too close there. Almost a suicide to the jungle.
Good guy. Good guy Ursa Bear, I guess, depending on which team you're on. But no neutral
like that,
slaying, so.
Yeah, it's true. Unfortunate for the neutrals, I guess, but I like that Visage is now rotated. It's giving Wisp a lot faster of a level 6 than he's normally used to. Not only that, but he was getting some solo XP while Sven rotated to pick up that kill. So
Brink,
this is good. Getting
big
your
hook in the
Wisp-
top lane,
Ooh.
hooks Jakiro over the trees from the tower, picks up a kill solo. So that's 1 kill, 1 assist. He's gonna have some stacks into Flesh Heap when he gets that. He's picked up the boots right now. He's got a bottle and urn with a couple charges. And Nature's Prophet picks up a Midas, so a 9-minute Midas.
That's late.
Yeah, it's a little late, but I don't know. Nature's Prophet can kind of catch up with the alts and everything.
Yep. He wasn't really rotating top at all, so that's why I say it's late, because he's just been spending his time in the jungle constantly. You know, this is exactly the kind of start that you want as a Pudge, and Brink is, you know, having just as good a start as he had last game with these ganks.
Yeah, pretty much. And on a hero that actually scales off of getting kills, so it may even matter a little more. And yeah, like you said, so not even 10 minutes yet, and Wisp almost level 6, so pretty much good timing, a little better than average, I guess. Jakiro also almost level 6, which is pretty good considering he's died twice and been running around doing nothing in the very early game. But given some of this XP in the solo off lane, and yeah, Naga picking up a drums in the top lane. So just you can see just on the item purchases a little bit behind Sven, as Sven got his drums a little while ago. CS is about even, but Darken with a kill.
Yep, that's going to be pretty important, actually. I mean, Sven just being able to... Sven is actually 2-0-1. I didn't realize he got both kills down there. That's pretty strong.
He didn't. He killed
The thing I wanted
Saibi.
to talk a little bit about is, even though Pudge isn't, like, he's getting the kills, he's ganking a lot. It's like double the CS almost for CEVO. Oh, nice try.
Yeah, which obviously favors CEVO, as he's definitely the semi-carry, is gonna kind of help him through the early to mid game, and then still be a pretty big threat late game with the sleep boat combination and then a big Tidebringer hit. So him getting farmed isn't amazing for Council Gaming, but Brink, as you sort of mentioned, he's picked up a kill and an assist. He's got okay farm, so having a decent game as well. You think he'll just go mana boots for some more roaming? He's got a regen up right now, or work towards a quick 4-staff, I don't know.
The Pudge player on our team always, and swears by it, he always goes Boots of Travel, so, I mean, it's the chicken MC factor, I guess.
Yeah, but you got the Wisp tether, so I don't know how much you need that speed.
3-man gank. Wisp will bring Sven.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna be around here. Glenn shows up as well. The Ice Path goes out immediately. Link is right there to try to get his ult off. Looks like it just got cancelled, actually, right away. I don't even know if that hook hit anything either. Looks like CEVO, though, gonna go down anyways. Darkin picks up that kill. He's 3-0 right now. Wisp, Sven go back. Theory came in with the sleep to try to... Well, I don't think it would have held anyone there. The net goes off on Pudge, who's got the hook and a lot of damage. Theory takes a pretty big hit. Able to back off. And now Sky shows up on the Nature's Prophet. As the boat comes in, it's going to land right on him, so Sky goes down. A late Midas, then TP's mid just to die. Brink, however, still alive, going to get a hook off. Thought that was going to hit Jakiro for sure. Now he's X-marked into the Torrent combination by CEVO. So nice combo there. Ice Path as well by Glenn. Dimitri picking up a double kill. He's got 2 Ion Shells, level 4 out right now, so doing a ton of AoE damage. CEVO could be in a bit of trouble, but looks like he'll get away.
You know, that was such a nice start to the fight by CG there. I mean, they get the pick off in the mid lane with the Wisp Heather ultimate. Unfortunately, the Pudge hook hit one of his allies there, but they still managed to get the pick off on Kunkka, and he bought back. All they had to do really is run away. Pudge ended up getting away too after the Naga sleep, but then Nature's Prophet teleported in a pretty strange area to try to be aggressive, even though they didn't have the presence of the Wisp and the Sven anymore, because of course they went back to the bot lane. So they kind of just like fed 2 kills after a really nice start to that fight because of a little bit of a mispositioning.
Yeah. Pretty much. That
so
took Theory out of
free
farming too. You know, he went mid to mess a while, but as I say that, Theory has about 80 CS right now. Sven at 70, so both doing really well. Sven with 3 kills though, almost 4. He's 3-0-2 right now as another Wisp gank goes out. Council Gaming is, as I mentioned in the draft, no stranger to the Wisp ganks. They're very good at it. Sacred and Darkin play this a lot, so they're going to have some pretty good synergy with that.
Yep, and he's going the max tether build. Interesting. They're pretty much not relying on Wisp at all for his damage, but rather for his utility. They have the Visage there, I guess, for the damage as the support goes.
Yeah, if you're checking out the graphs here right now, so CG, they're going to have about 1,000 gold advantage. They were leading for a while, the team fight in the mid lane, took it back to 0, and then that Wisp gank right it back up to 1,000. But in terms of XP, Council Gaming, about 3k advantage right now, so doing a pretty good job for that early game.
Yep. Yeah, this is still anyone's game, really. I mean, the farm advantage is on the Dire. Actually, there's a bit of an engagement here in the top. Or soon to be an engagement, I should say, as Combine is kind of
Combine getting a little aggressive on the support versus support battle, but then gets caught on a net, and then an Ice Path follow up. Dimitri there as well. So 3 people picking off. Oh, Wisp actually goes down too. Where did Wisp go down? Oh, Pudge takes out CEVO. I don't even know where Wisp died. Right behind CEVO.
It was just near the bottom rune, yeah.
It looks like Brink had another good hook. He's 2-1-2 right now. Finally scaling into Flesh Heap. He's got 3 stacks of that. So looking to be already pretty tanky here. 1,500 health at 14 minutes into the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be scary.
And it looks like the push is mounting in the top lane. Hero pushing on that tower. Doesn't have any points in Liquid Fire, but I guess, you know, he was kind of left alone in the bot lane. I don't think Liquid Fire would have done too much, but it does help for pushing more than people might think, slowing that attack speed of the tower down so much.
Yeah, definitely agree. I think just 1 point is worth it for sure.
Yeah, and that's the normal build. Pretty much just 1 point in Liquid Fire. As the Dual Breath and Ice Path create a lot of utility, slow and damage.
It seems that Radiant's top tower has.
This is going to be a really good timing for Sven. He's going BKB, and he's going to have it at around the same time he gets his level 2 ultimate. Oh,
Brink in trouble. Threw out an ambitious blind hook that didn't really latch on anything, and then Darkin and Sacred TP right into a Torrent Wall boat combination. I think Darkin rooted up in a macro pyre right now. Sacred gonna go down, so now Darkin can't get out of this. Sky behind him as well, just standing in this macro pyre. CEVO is there looking to get another kill. Doesn't have any mana for X Mark. He does have a bottle, but the Torrent actually lands there. So gonna get a double kill actually. And Faded finding a really nice team fight. I have to give that team fight award to Jakiro. Had 3 locked in a macro pyre for like 10 seconds.
It was also a triple torrent down there as well, so nice play there by CEVO. But yeah, the Jakiro, the macro pyre just did so much damage in that fight.
Yeah, I guess good timing by CEVO because
they kind of got choked.
The relocate icon. And yeah, Brink started off in a really bad position there. Missed a hook and then got pretty much surrounded right in the river, like you just said, kind of in a choke point.
Yep. Sky now 2,800 gold. He is going to go the standard Shadowblade after Midas. He did pick up treads beforehand. I see a lot of players go boots of speed into Shadowblade, but he wants a little bit more survivability, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, I would agree this game. Oh no, wait, he's got the Wisp on his team. I don't know. I normally just do boots right into a Shadowblade. That way you can get that split push going and force the supports to buy dust like right away. Especially since the ports are having a little tougher of a game, but as I already see Glint with 4 sentry wards, he's just picked up like 2 kills and 4 assists in like the last 2 minutes, so kind of got an influx of cash going on. And the other support going to be the Treant, also with 1 sentry and just boots 1.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And picked up 1 in Nature's Guise. I feel like that's a little uncommon. Kind of on the support tree, just go Leech Seed Living Armor. Just the heal is so much. You can like push, you can team fight pretty early on with that. But I suppose against the Wisp, you can Nature's Guise your teammate, and then also force Council Gaming to buy up some dust, or at least the Wisp to buy.
Not only that, but oh wow, actually a sleep going on in the mid lane.
Looks like they're gonna try to focus the Pudge here. I don't know if that's wise. He's really tanky, and backup is on the way. Combine's there, throwing out the nukes. Brink is gonna go down. Here comes Darkin and Sacred though. Right onto a macro pyre yet again. No one dead on the side of Faded. Theory getting pretty low. It looks like he's going to be fine. Pop that drum charge. He's running out of there. Visage still just throwing out damage. Dimitri getting pretty low. Theory also low and sort of going back into this fight. Nice familiar stun. Oh, never mind. Didn't land on anyone, actually. Sky running around as tier 1 tower. Tree finally does go down. So a 2-for-1 trade there. Only losing Tree. I'd say that went pretty well for Faded. It's now 10-9. Council Gaming ahead 1 kill.
It was a pretty good trade, but they did lose a tower for it as well. So, oh, he might actually. This Sven could be in a bad situation. Never mind. They decide. You know what? Don't want to deal with him right now. And
walk by and high-five each other right there.
Yeah, pretty much. The Pudge actually, you know, that's his 3rd death. He hasn't really found any items at all. He's only at 400 gold or so. Boots of Speed, Urn, Bottle are really what he has to show for himself. There's a double Urn actually. Wisp has an Urn too.
Like nobody's business.
Yeah, that's.
We'll see where they want to pressure next.
Double Urn isn't a great thing there, since it obviously splits. You know, whoever's closest just gets it. I mean, sort of same thing. Like double drums, I'd say is a lot better, because at least you're gonna have that movement speed and attack speed bonus even when you're not around your team. But I don't know about the Urn. Oh, and a nice deny from Dimitri there. Realizing not a whole lot there. Sees a couple bottom. Brink not getting off a hook there. Would have been a good hook for sure if it landed.
I think he should have been attacking the tower there as well. They expected more to be there defending the tower, I guess, so they want to be back and just have the Pudge as a counter-ganking hook type. They're going to go on the bottom lane.
Net goes out. Here comes a boat as well. Looks like it's going to land right on Darkin. I believe it stunned him up, but a nice double tether stun there by Sacred. Nice positioning. The overcharge is out, making Sven super tanky, but I think they're going to have enough to get him. No! And then the relocate to get them both out of there right back to base. And they're probably just both going to come back. Brink TP's down, hooks up Theory. Theory pops at ultimate, trying to get away. Looks like they're going to take out Visage there. No problem, just throwing out the E from... what is that hero? Nagas Iron. And now coming back into the fight are Wisp and Sven, full health. And that was a clutch reload, Sacred.
Really nice play. And he also gave Sven the BKB. He didn't have his ultimate up for the come around, but like, just really great save by the Wisp. What I was going to say before, wow, Jakiro living life on the edge. He's gonna live though. What I was gonna say before about the Treant Protector, how you'd mentioned that picking up the level of Nature's Guise isn't that common. If he wants to be tricky, he could just use it on whoever's being sprouted, and then it gives them a little brief moment of invisibility, I guess, while the sprout is still on him. Kind of a cheeky little play, but
I like that.
I want to
yeah,
see it
I
happen.
wouldn't have thought of that. I haven't seen it happen yet. I haven't seen actually Nature's Prophet. He's only 2-1. His one death was sort of that weird aggressive TP into the mid lane. I guess maybe his other kills have probably just been from his ult in the team fights. He's got the Shadow.
I mean, he's been
up
split
now.
pushing top. Yeah, he
He's
took the
going-
top tower 5 minutes ago, I would say. So
Yeah,
he's been farming
going
and split
towards a
pushing
quick
well.
Orchid now. Just another silence, I guess, for Naga pretty much, so she can't get off her sleep or they can burst her down. Also works well for Darkseer, so he can't get off the wall. Either one of those two, really. Probably going to be the target of that Orchid.
Actually, now that you mention it, I don't remember him being in the bottom fight. I think he would have been really useful there
Yeah, I
when
think he was just
Sven
pushing
Wisp had
top.
to TP back. Yeah, I don't think that was a good... Oh, they're gonna go on him actually, dusted as well
Dimitri
here.
pulls out the dust, gets immediately sprouted, and then now
Turn around.
Council Gaming's reinforcements are coming in. They're going to turn this around right under Dimitri. He's got that mech up, and he's got the living armor, but still bursts it down immediately. Sky picks up his third kill right there. Now Theory in a bit of trouble. He has his ult, potentially. Nakiro again with a nice ice path. Darkin is going to be left behind, but it should be fine. He popped his first 10-second charge of BKB for this fight. Going to have another stun. Brink stealing that kill. Kill secured on the Jakiro. King Kraken now running away here. Wow, the ultimate and then the urn charge doing a lot of damage there.
Must I repeat
I
myself?
feel like a lot of
Perfect
people
play by the Wisp yet again.
underestimate Nature's Prophet's ult damage. Well, maybe not in a competitive scene, but I mean maybe in like pubs, as actually a pretty decent teamfight hero if you save your ult for teamfights.
Yep, for sure. Especially if you're level 16 this early. Is he the highest level in the game?
He has to be, there's no way.
Yeah,
Yep,
he
he's
is.
2 levels above
Yep.
Saibi even, who's
I
14.
feel like a broken record.
And the highest net
This
worth
Wisp
by
has
far.
been winning them game. Like, oh, nice hook.
And now Brink coming into play here with really nice pickoffs. Be 4-3-3 right now.
Oh, that's cool. But
yeah.
the Wisp play so far has been absolutely outstanding. That won them the bottom fight. Well, more like didn't lose it, as the Sven was really low and he got the escape. He left him top lane as well to guarantee the kill, as well as continue the fight for the Sven. Just stellar play.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I say Sacred and Darkin play this a lot. That's pretty much, that's how they went like almost undefeated in Season 1. They played Wisp every single game. And then even when they don't have Wisp, they do very well. But definitely sort of their signature style of play. And like you were saying to me the other day, the Wisp pickup just forces the other team to do a very specific play style.
Exactly. And if you can't deal with it, then like if you don't have the answer in the draft, it becomes so hard to play against that hero. Brink right now, they're gonna find a pick off.
Yeah,
again.
they're going for Saibi right now, gonna be stunned up. Oh, but a nice sleep save by Theory. They might be able to turn this around. The wall's there, gonna be on to 3. If he can get the vacuum off, I don't know, he's a little stunned up there. Now immediately bursted down by Darkin. Darkin's still alive. Did they take him back to base? Yeah, they went back to the, not to quite to base, but back to safety for sure. Now Theory in a lot of trouble. Sky picks up yet another kill, 4-1 right now. Maybe gonna go down to Saibi, definitely gonna go down to Saibi right here. Maybe, he pops the Shadow Blade Glint there with the dust. Gonna get that kill. Naga Siren Theory actually picking up that kill with his illusions. Looks like, so 3 down for Faded there, 2 for Council Gaming. And now 19-12.
Yep. Still a better trade as Sven didn't go down for CPG. There's the buyback just to go right into split pushing. Interesting buyback. I don't know about that one. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
there's
not
a
really going
whole
to get
left
anything
lot
out of it.
to split push. He's definitely not going to be able to break tier 3 by
In a
himself.
stroke of cunning, or perhaps
Yep.
of desperation,
If he went
Dire's
anywhere, he probably
structures
should have went to the
have
mid
been
lane, as
fortified.
that's the last tier 2.
Dire's bottom
Well,
tower is
now
under
it's the last tier
attack.
2 as his bot tower goes down. And Darkin, he's picked up the Crystallis, so now with that God
Dire's
Strength
bottom
BKB,
tower has fallen.
gonna be able to pump out, I guess he's had it for a while,
Dire's
pumping
middle
out a
tower
ton of
is under
damage,
attack.
as he's almost got the Demon Edge, so gonna have Daedalus relatively soon. And then Sky buys back, finding himself in a lot of trouble in the top lane. Wisp's ult is up in 5 seconds, so if he can draw this out a little bit longer, I think Darkin and Sacred will be joining top. Maybe not, as almost all of
Sky's
Faded is
gonna
here.
go down potentially.
Yeah, he just goes down, and the X was there anyways.
And
the
now-
TP went off.
Glint might go down now too. We'll see. Nope, they decide to back off. That was actually a little bit of a misplay by the Nature's Prophet. He had his teleport up, and as soon as the Naga Siren used Ensnare, I feel like he could have gotten his teleport off in time before the rest of them could follow up. He didn't even try going for it, and he just like went down after the end of
Yeah,
the
I think
Ensnare.
Dimitri blew vacuum pretty early as well.
Yeah, he did. So he was stuck in the Sprout.
Darkin maybe gonna get caught out here. Wisp is still there with the tether for the speed and the overcharge for the damage reduction, so they're probably gonna be a-okay as Sven with 437 move speed right now. Visage here, that's Combine
This
for
could be a
Council Gaming,
turnaround.
picks up a mech. Nice ice path there. Actually, sort of split it though. I think Darkin's gonna go down. Definitely having to walk through the macro pyre, but Brink comes in with a nice hook over the trees, picks up a kill there. Wisp goes down as well, so right now it's a 3-for-1 trade. Or I guess Sky was picked off a little earlier, but so 2 kills for 1 in the bot lane, and now Brink gonna go down as well. He did buy his Force Staff and another Ringer regen before going down, so it's a pretty big item for him. He's 5, 5, and 3, so he does have he's got 8 stacks of flesh heat. So yeah, he's doing pretty well.
Radiant's structures are fortified.
That was a really interesting engagement from Council Gaming. I mean, it all goes down to the Nature's Prophet buyback there earlier for nothing. If he had buyback there after they picked him off for the second time, it would have been a completely different fight. They would have been winning that fight rather than going 1 for 4.
Theory in a bit of trouble in the bot lane. Familiar's doing a lot of damage to him. If Combine can get off one more nuke, oh, actually Living Armor gonna buy him enough time, and Combine's gonna go down here. Jakiro actually dominating right now, and having survived that engagement, Theory able to pick up his Manta style, so now a pretty big item there. Helps even more at the split push, or I guess to defending. You pop the Manta Illusion, send it to lane, and then pop Riptide, I guess, to push the creep wave back. Pudge has respawned, he's got his Force Staff. I don't know if there's any other big items out on the field right now. Orchid has probably been done for a while. Daedalus gonna be pretty close. Actually, maybe not. Darkin did die there. Lost quite a bit of money. And Sven here.
He did pick up
Shadowblade,
the recipe, though.
Crystallis. Oh, he got the recipe, so yeah, Darkin, what, 700 gold off right now?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Probably gonna look to farm that.
Feel like
A little bit less, yeah. They changed the price actually on. Oh no, did they?
Wait, what?
Am I thinking something
Is
completely
it
different?
2400?
Yeah, it is 2400. For some reason, I thought it was 22. Oh well. I need to play this game more.
Yeah, seriously.
Still, I mean, they're relatively ahead. It's 7,000 gold advantage in favor of Council Gaming, but that last fight definitely did not look that good. Even at the end, Combined just kind of running into a couple of people getting killed.
Yeah, well, you can see where it starts dipping down. It's probably the Nature's Prophet buyback to the split push feed, and then the team fight goes well in bottom for Faded.
Yep, that's exactly what they need
Explains
to.
that. An XP,
Manta
there's
style
a
from
lead,
Naga.
but at 30 minutes, that's not even that much of a lead. Everyone's, I guess, Overgrowth level 11, or level 2 Overgrowth here when Tree hits 11 is like the last big thing that really matters in terms of XP, I think. Also God Strength for Sven as he hits 16. Konka here is level 17, Nature's Prophet's 18. Everyone kind of catching up to Nature's Prophet now as he's spent a lot of time in the graveyard.
alarmist.
Yeah, that's true for sure. He is at 3,300 gold now though, so he's still farming well. But when is he not really? So there was a double damage actually on Sven. That would have been a really nice time to fight, especially with the Daedalus coming in. He has it for another 10 seconds, but doesn't look like they're gonna fight here. That would have been such a nice timing if they found someone. If the Pudge had BOTs.
Actually, this game, they make sense, because you could always TP to the familiars, and then also, if the familiars are following
Nature's
the Wisp
Prophet,
ganks,
Wisp.
the Treants, there's a lot of options there.
Yep.
And then you don't need the Force Staff
Yeah.
really, because you're so fast. Who needs positioning?
Yeah, it's the Dendy MC factor.
The Dendy MC.
Is he gonna find a pick off here?
The ultimate hybrid Dota player. Oh, the sleep goes off to initiate, actually. They're gonna get just about everybody, besides Nature's Prophet. And a nice boat wall combination
nice
goes
combo.
off. Darkin, he's got the BKB though, and he's got the Daedalus as well as this overcharge. Saibi goes down, or sorry, Saibi actually takes out Pudge there. Now Theory just going to town, oh my gosh, I can't speak. Darkin going to town on Theory. Glint gets out there with like 10 HP. Now Saibi gonna go down to Darkin. It looks like that stun gonna take him out, no problem. Dust even thrown out in case he had a Shadow Blade up still. And wow, Glint
That was
got
some of
out
the
there
worst
with
luck
10
I've
HP.
ever seen. I don't think Darkin hit a single crit that fight. I'm pretty sure he had about 11 or 12 attacks and no crit.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing a whole
So really
lot of
unfortunate.
damage burst there by the Sven with God Strength popped. But meanwhile, Sky was pushing that bot tier 3 tower. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage to it
This is
as he
a
now
mistake.
goes down here. So maybe just trying to be a little too ambitious.
He had so
trying
much
to get
time.
Too much done. Is that Nature's Prophet?
Yep.
required.
He had a lot of time after that buyback. There was no need to be there. I mean, and that once again, like if he doesn't die there, they get Roche for free.
That's what I was just about to say. I think after winning that team fight, probably could have went into Roche with the Treants. Sven is pretty much gonna murder Roche pretty quickly, assuming he can get a crit in like 30 attacks.
Yeah, we'll see. But it was around 1,000 crit, I believe.
Yeah, sounds about right. Was it 240%? He hits for like 300.
Maybe more now. I don't know if he was level 16 before that fight.
Oh, then the 200% bonus damage. Yeah, he's gonna be critting for quite a bit. Haven't seen a solid Wisp gank in a while. They've kind of toned down, which makes sense as Faded kind of being quarantined to their base, especially against the Wisp.
Yep.
Although Pudge with an Invis, potential for a big play there.
I don't like this build from Naga. I don't like the Manta style here, just because her illusions are just going to go down so quickly to Sven that having more illusions are just going to make them go down just as quickly. It's not really going to help. I was thinking that they could do like a Diffusal Blade. If they do a combo perfectly on the Sven, he might not have mana for potential ultimate if he gets hit by, I don't know, like a Torrent or something, or the Ice Path at exactly the right time after the sleep. Like Ice Path into Torrent, I guess. That's 4 heroes attacking with Diffusal Blade for quite a while.
Oh, max range hook in the mid lane onto Glint. Glint in a lot of trouble, but the living armor is there. And now the Naga Siren just to save Glint, but Familiars don't care about that. And a perfect boat wall torrent combination. Everything goes off, but Darkin comes in on the backside of this. BK beat up. Wisp tethered into him. Only Jakiro down right now. Combine goes down. Theory goes down. So 3 immediately melting for Faded once Darkin shows up. Saibi goes down 4 for O right now. And it looks like Dimitri gets out with... He had 1 health at one point running away.
Yep, the Kunkka's rum actually helped a lot, Coco's rum. But, I mean, that was pretty much ideal for them in terms of the initiation, and then Sven gets 1 crit and half their team loses half their health. So, I mean, an ideal situation like that, and then losing the team fight that badly, there isn't much hope, unfortunately, besides getting pickoffs, but their 5-man isn't working that well.
Yeah, definitely the perfect Wombo combo right there. The only thing that wasn't perfect about it is Sven and or Wisp was not in it, and then they just TP'd right behind it. Got off everyone was just like smushed together right on that wall torrent combo, trying to do a lot of damage. As you mentioned, all melee carries right now for Faded, so they group up, and then Darkin just cleaves them, no problem.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's see any big items coming out. Dimitri, he's holding on to 2.3k gold. Maybe working towards a pipe, but not a whole lot of magic burst. I think maybe just a Ghost Scepter for everyone might even do a little bit better versus that Sven.
Yeah,
looks like...
I think that would be pretty good. Even against the Nature's Prophet, who's doing quite a bit on the side as well.
Yeah, he's got a Sheepstick, Orchid, and a Shadow Blade right now. He's right-clicking for like 220 damage. So yeah, he does hit pretty hard. And that Sheepstick, really the only new big item out on the field right now. Everything else we've pretty much seen.
Yeah. Just going into that last fight, I want to reiterate the... Oh, they actually might go on the Pudge here.
I don't know. It's gonna just get baited into another Wisp Darkin combination here as Brink very tanky. Theory now getting pretty low. Sky TP's in as well. Here comes Darkin right onto King Kraken. Slept though before he can pop BKB, and here comes the boat. Looks like this will take out Brink. Oh, maybe a bit of mistiming on the Song of the Siren. And Darkin though, at least that does buy them time. Wisp and Sven have been sent away. Brink is still there, gonna get a nice hook on Dimitri. I guess Wisp and them weren't so far away as they're already back. Now Theory gonna go down here. Actually, Brink picks up the double kill there. King Kraken pops out an Overgrowth to buy some time. Combine might go down to wall illusions. Sky is still fairly healthy, and Brink here with the Force Staff trying to get a pick off on Kraken. Gonna go down actually. Killed by himself right
That's
there.
Sven.
Or possibly the Sven, but I'd like to think Pudge killed Pudge.
Yeah, it'd be way funnier.
But yeah, just another
I mean,
good
Wisp is
engagement.
doing so much work. That Wisp, the tether, just 4 melee heroes out of 5 on your team as Faded means that you're just, as you said before, you're clumping, and that's a point that I really want to reiterate, because I mean the Wisp tether is going to hit everyone when he goes in with the Sven, and how much stun is that? That's like almost 2.5 seconds of stun there on the entire team. So they engage, and then nothing happens for 2.5 seconds, because I mean Jakiro will have already pretty much used his spells at that point in time, and that's like that alone is enough for Sven to just, you know, bring the hurting.
Yeah, and they get the bot tier 3 tower. And also, no heroes on Faded or any carries that really go BKB without hurting their potential pretty hard. I suppose Saibi could go for it now, but with the lack of items on the Naga Siren right here, not even doing a lot of damage. Diffusal almost in the works, so that'll help quite a bit. But just a Manta, they really need Kunkka's damage, so he can't really go for BKB like straight away. Kind of needs the crit stick. He could go for it now, I think. It might not be terrible. Or even an AC, that'll help a bit against the Sven.
Yeah. Sven is pretty much unkillable now, though. He has his heart up. I mean, he has the Aegis as well, which is surprising that they actually put it on him. He has like all their DPS, well, a lot of it at least, so it makes sense, but he does have 3,300 health, which is going to be really hard to take down.
Yeah, I think that's a big advantage for them right
considering,
now.
like, yeah.
The lack
there's
of
no
damage
item progression from the cores.
And then how tanky Brink and Darken both are, and then the Wisp, extra armor, and then Visage also tanky with Gravekeeper's Cloak. Like, the Wombo combo's there, but even that's kind of not enough right now.
Yep. And add on top of that, the Wisp overcharging whoever is being focused if he does. I mean, it's tough to deal with.
He actually went stat. Doesn't even care about spirits at all.
Yep, that's interesting. He's pure utility, and he's playing it well.
Yeah, already has his Ghost Scepter out now, too. Let's see, Sky pushing out the top lane. Got another 1,400 gold. I don't know what his next item will be. Maybe just like an MKB.
I think his best option here is to stay with his team. He needs to teleport to his team right now. They do look like they are getting engaged a little
Darken,
bit.
he's got the BKB up. He's got his last 5-second charge. As it does go down to 4 right now. Gonna be caught up in a boat and then into a wall, so he replicates himself. Gonna be doing a lot of damage. Pretty much permanently stunned right now. He's gonna go down. The Aegis has popped out. If his team can survive though for a little bit longer, Brink is there, still very healthy right now. Theory getting pretty low. Kraken getting pretty low. Darken is alive. May not even have to pop his BKB here now. And I don't think he will. Just gonna focus the racks actually. That's all they really want here.
Yep. And now is the time when Sky should be going to the other lanes and split pushing. Like, it's good that he was there for the fight. That was perfect. And that looks like that's the game.
Yeah, so the GG is called up. So, looks like Council Gaming here taking 2 in a row versus Faded. Maybe it could be attributed to Corey not being on the lineup, but especially in the second game, pretty much really flawless play here by this Wisp Sven combo.
Yep. Just generally impressive overall from the support lineup from Council Gaming. They're on the ball, and it's really making the job of the core players a lot easier.
Yeah, and Brink had a good game, 7-7-7 this game. There he picks up his Ags. Had a really good game on Puck. The first game versus Co-op did a lot better than he probably should have, and then sort of snowballed out after that. And then also doing a good job this game as well.
Yeah, definitely a lot better on Puck. This game was a lot tougher, just because, I mean, he didn't get that much out of lane. He did get a couple of ganks that went well for him, but he didn't really... I'd say the hero that shined the most this game would be the Wisp.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Some really nice play. And I like this overcharge build. And I was wondering earlier who I saw do the overcharge build. I have a feeling it was Council Gaming because I cast them quite a bit. So probably where I saw it there. But anyway, so this was, I guess, an unofficial best of 2 after CEVO Week 3 between Faded and Council Gaming. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. You can check me out at twitch.tv/FMBPDota or youtube.com/FMBPDota. And thank you, Orbit, for co-casting with me again. I hope to do it more in the future. And cast your game tomorrow night, I believe.
I think we're playing on Wednesday, actually.
Oh, even better.
It is Canada Day tomorrow, so nice.
Alright, but anyways, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll be back with some more CEVO cast tomorrow. Peace.